Hey guys, hello everybody. Welcome to this video of analyzing multiple charts, including ES, Forex pairs, and Bitcoin, obviously, and gold and oil and other commodities. We'll be analyzing all that sort of stuff in this video. So first of all, let's begin from the oil perspective and what's happening on that. So in fact, oil got into this demand zone a couple of days, obviously, and if we are looking for the days, it was obviously before of a 16 days or something. They go oil hit into this demand zone, and it's just started moving up. So we have to draw something like this here because this is moving in a way of a channel, and if you are drawing it a little bit properly, we can understand that this has made a break out of this trend line channel, and it just retested that rate very successfully, and most probably the oil is obviously it tries to go up from here because that's what I think the most probable way in the scenario of the oil. Okay, so at least to this point 86, I'm looking for the oil, WTC oil, and Dixie. What's happening in the Dixie is obviously it's gonna come into the lowest point, like I would say. I was having a Dixie chart like this. So the Dixie, the most significant level of support in the case of the Dixie is this point right here. And once the Dixie is getting into here, we can see a big fall in major cryptocurrency, sorry, forex pairs like Euro Dollar and Cable. That's the nickname of GBP USD. And other forex major trades are one of the currently holding position of mine. In fact, it's in EuroCAD. It's a short position which I made by anticipating a move towards here. It's gonna be probably happening in this, next with the next couple of weeks. It takes a lot of time. That's what is the most, baddest thing about this trade position. It's really a choppy environment all of the time because if you look at here, there's only have a big expansion or a bulge in the volatility last, few months or something. That's this one and this one, and others all you could see is a blue cooling off volatile period of time, and it's all indicative of that this thing is not enough volatility actually to trade or make the position, or taking that initiation to pick or getting into some sort of a position over that platform. And what is actually the US 30 is obviously pointing to the downside. Meanwhile, the other asset classes like the ES or US 500 is pointing to the upside. So it happens sometimes. I had a position over the Nasdaq, and I got a big dump in the Nasdaq. Meanwhile, the ES pumping to the upside. There should be some sort of a decoupling movement over these sort of assets, but there is how big correlation between the Nasdaq and ES. And whenever you see a decoupling movement or a decorrelation, non-correlating move, you could be expecting that sort of a correlation very soon, and you can use that correlations as smart money divergences, or something that we call in the language of trading. So here it comes. Dow Jones, it's testing at a resistance. It was a resistance before, and we are having another supply zone over here. But I don't think that the price would be really interested to actually reach into this point very quickly. I mean, the next few couple of weekly open minutes or 30-minute candles would be to the downside more probably. That's what I'm anticipating right now this moment. And here, if you guys are looking for the GBP USD, it's also in a downtrend, already forming this downtrend since a couple of days or something. It topped that move over here, in the December 14th or something, not pretty much well over here. And I would like to personally see that a big move down to this point at least. This have put a big market structure break in the cable. So it's a big short opportunity by putting a stop loss over here. That's what I would be doing right now at this moment. So if you guys are pulling the Fibonacci retracements tools to actually know where it can reach at this moment, I would be really interested to actually trade, uh, try to initiate some positions when this thing. Okay, well, now let's see what the biggest volume trader is. So it's well aligning with this point. Yeah, here we are having an unfinished auction. So pretty much around this area could be a point. This box could be a point where you should be looking for taking your target. Sorry, taking your profit out of the market. So this is what I could, possibly tell to all the traders of the cable that it looks like it's need to make some ridiculous move to the downside. That's what at least for this moment. For in fact, there is how such another chances probably, but I'm ignoring that all. The most probable case scenario for me at this moment is this. This looks really nice, and this is the VA edge. There we are having a little bit amount of volume there traded past, that move, but I'm not thinking that's a good possibility out there to actually reach out the price for that point. And all JPY and all the major JPY pairs been facing this sort of a big one volatile move to that announcement of Bosch, I mean Bank of Japan. They made some rate hike sort of announcements, and that's caused that sort of a big um, per yeah, I mean purge in the price action if you guys are looking back. And what about the gold? It's obviously a tricky price action in the gold, but what if somebody is asking me like what would you do in the upcoming week in the gold? I would obviously would like to say that the gold is gonna make a move up most probably. That's what I'm looking for at this moment. And here we are not having any other major asset classes. And in yeah, I would like to plan a session today or tomorrow. I would be announcing that over the Telegram channel, and it's actually focusing over some sort of an educational contents, like yeah, it's a kind of it's actually discussing the topic of when you should be trading the market and when to actually step back from the market without trading it. So there is how some tools, which is obviously based off of the market profile or volume profile based tools, which actually you can use that to demonstrate if the market is going to be trendy or neutral, or if it is choppy or it's non-directional market. That's actually the neutral case, and if it's a normal volatile without getting a lot of smart money. There is no smart money, but there is how the terms called big money. Stepping into the market that is not actually a normal day. In a normal day, you could always been facing always be facing this sort of retail money falling into the market in and out, and that's a crazy idea. And it's actually you can trade those normal days, and well, obviously, it's an answer for that. But if you guys have to really make a tremendous amount of money from the market, you should be knowing when the trending days are. Okay, that's where you can ride the momentum and make a lot of money out of the market. So here, this was a trending day, and these are the choppy momentum, non-momentum, non-volatile day like this. This is like a taking the phone like a pattern. I don't really like this pattern. It's a really tricky pattern at all because whenever they see that the price is spiking up and over the downside, it's this similar pattern, similar movement to the up and downside, and it's tricky pattern. And how you can trade that is obviously by setting some sort of finding some sort of a resistance at these sale levels and putting the stops or behind of that. It would help you to actually trade these sort of patterns. And when it comes to the yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm looking for longing this year's a couple of in the upcoming months. Sorry, at least a move to this area is a possible thing. They have to take out this one. So the first TP for this trade could be here that I'm focusing right now. This one. I would like to see that the price taking out this high, and probably it can do this two things at least, making one move and creating a deviation and coming down is possible, and other move is coming into here and a big move up, big move down. So it's something which we have to look for, but at least a move into here is something which I'm looking for at this moment. So let's have a look into some other major cryptocurrencies. Right now, this moment, I would like to look some cryptocurrencies. Comment your favorite cryptocurrency asset classes right now, and I can be like looking the charts of them. So here are the so I wouldn't recommend trading this SRM because it's currently they are not trading at any major exchanges, maybe probably in Binance, but it was one of the FTX backed coin, Solana like coin token, I would say, and it's not having any volume right now at this moment, so I won't recommend trading that. And IOTA, it's also yeah, I mean this project, the many strong fundamental projects are there. One of the uh, promising one could be ENS, obviously, because it's holding really well. And another one could be the Batch USDT. So this coin or this token, that token is obviously looking really nice at this moment. It's right now it tested this VAL of this complete previous session, and so 0.1 is the current 1.8 is the current point of this price. And if we are getting things this bad token back into $1 into the next bull market, then it could be from here. It could be like 6x. Okay, getting into the all-time previous all-time high is kind of like a 10x almost in this case. And the bad token, when we talk about the bad token, its fundamental is truly strong, because it's backed by the Brave browser. It's getting the users much popularity, and people are rewarded over the Brave token, and it's actually one of the good projects out there. And the next good project are Link USDT. ENS is one of the project. Okay, yeah, I would like to see the ENX making its bounce from this point, somewhere around 11 bucks is right now. Probably it's getting down even to $5 or something. Probably it would be making one more move down to $7 or something. That would be an opportunity to scoop up this one because it's having a good potential in the future. The failed coin is failed to hold the levels. That's what happened for it. So that would be an educational session for you guys. We will be discussing that what could be a good day to trade, and you can recognize this. There is have some sort of a market profile patterns which you can use to actually demonstrate if the day is trending or not trending days, and you can approach the market according to that. So well, let me know if you guys are having any doubts in this topic we have discussed. There could be many topics and many videos upcoming for you guys in the new year, and the 2023 is coming, and I would be more productive than what I used to be in the 2023. That's what my resolution for the new year. Okay, so I have decided that to be active again over the Twitter. So I had posted a couple of decision based things like I never post anything on my Twitter account, but I would like to be active over the Twitter again. I will start reading things like the market updates and educational posts and other fun posts and everything over the Twitter again from the 2023. That could be a big turning point for me, obviously. And here, another one could be the boot camp that we are, decided to open for the 2023. That could be the first batch of the 2023. So we are planning to actually provide and contribute to 10 traders to the world. So it's obviously my biggest goal through this bootcamp is obviously to create and to make the best traders out of that. So there is how this problem, like always I'm facing when this is a 75 percentage of my state is there. Like I used to call the students all the day, most of the day, and I try to get a connection with them, and I used to guide them in a proper manner. And whenever they take the trades, they would ask me some doubts they are facing there, and it's all like I work really well, to create these 10 people. That's what makes me really happy. you know if I trade the market, I make money. There isn't anything special about that in my case. I have been doing these things for years. You guys know me well, better than anybody else, because we have been posting. I have been posting these things like in the charts and educational posts, contents, and chart analysis and chart ideas and good potential coins and every single stuff since 2020. So it's been a 3 year for me in this journey, and there is how all the proofs and reserves which are and also there is how big resources for you in order to find out the examples of live examples of each chart patterns are playing out. If you guys have to find out some sort of examples for head and shoulder patterns, just go into my Telegram channel, and there you have an option for searching the patterns, and you can find out many charts which have been came that the head and shoulder pattern over there, and how well that played out. You can see that very clearly, and there could be the potential outcome which I posted later of that. So this, we have been doing these things for years, and so there isn't anything special about that if I'm doing these things alone, because it's not what make me happy. Okay, if I'm helping somebody, and if that makes them really happy, and if that's like, if that helps them to actually achieve their goals, if that creates some sort of a smile over their faces, that's what makes me happy more than anything else in the world. So that's what my life philosophy, and everybody else how, everyone in the world how their has their own life philosophical view and perspective. That's what their, everybody's personal opinions, but this is what makes me really happy. So that's why I work really well, and I made a 10 trade days in the past boot camp. So they just passed out the batch. Everybody got into the field of trading by learning trading from me. I taught them everything I know, every single thing that I know from my experience, and there was that enormous amount of guidance that fortunately they could get from me. So they are really fortunate, and they are really happy, and I can show you the messages that they have been sending me every single days in my Telegram channel, or sorry, in my Telegram DMs. They says like, thank you, it wasn't possible without you. And these sort of messages are really gem for me, and it's make me really pleasureful in my mind. So obviously I'm really grateful for that. I'm really glad at this moment because I could do these all things. um, so yeah, I can't even explain how really glad I'm right now at this moment by seeing the happiness in the faces of my students. They just passed out the last batch of my bootcamp. There has been the live trading moments. We trade together and we make money. Sometimes there are, I never said or never told them or never forced them to actually pick up the trades with me over their live trading sessions, but you know it's their own personal choices. They can make the trade, or they can step back and just see, and better is executing the trades with lowest amount of risks. um, you know Execution is one of the best part of trading. There should be an entire total session about the execution of the trades, which obviously I will be. There is how 4 points when it comes to the execution of a setup or a system in trading. So the first thing is sitting at hands when you are not seeing any setup or any opportunity, any volatile opportunity in the market, which are in an, in the odds are in your favor, or high probable setups. If that sort of things is not available over the market, then you should be stepping back from the market. Never picking any sort of trades, and that could be really better for you. And the next thing is obviously when there is an opportunity, okay, then never, fear, never be careful to actually execute that, and never expect anything. That is the major point in trading. There is how some wisdom quotes from Buddha or somebody like that, somebody got enlightenment or philosophical perspective. They said, expectation is the biggest reason behind all sadness. Okay? You become sad when you get your trades in losing territory. If you had an expectation of profit, so what is the best thing which you could do for refining that for yourself, or finding a solution for that, is obviously expect a losing outcome after that trade. So you pull the trigger by expecting that the trading is, suppose if your trading account is right now sitting at $1,000, and after that execution, after the outcome would become or would bring you back into the $990, okay, you would be sitting at $10 loss after that trade. You should be expecting that before you pulling the trigger, because you don't know what's going to be your outcome. It could be profitable, and if you are getting that trade in a 1:1 or 1:1.5 or something, 1:2, whatever the risk to reward ratio is. I'm not a step-one person. I'm not adamant about that 1:2 risk to reward ratio. I mean, it's not work. It won't work in a long time. If you have been trading for the market for a lot of time, you know that well. It's really important to actually take the profit or the partial. Partially booking the profit is one of the major tools, or is one of the best things which you can do to actually reduce the drawdown rate which you get. If you are getting the drawdowns, consecutively losses, losing 4 trades in a streak, or losing 4 trades in a row, it actually makes you emotional sometimes. There is how some barriers for everything which you can get from the trading. So there is how these emotional barriers for your sadnesses and your drawdowns. So that is all, according to your risk appetite. There is, I wouldn't recommend to be a degen to anybody. Not, I won't recommend that to be becoming a degen in trading. It never keep you in the market for a long time. There is how many people do they are doing the degen things, and I'm not such a person like that, because what I know from my personal experience, the risk management is the best thing which you can do in the trading industry, or whatever the industry. If you're doing a retail business or whatever the business, that not have any connection with these online sort of stuffs, then there also you have to keep that risk management, and everything has to be managed well. If we are not managing these things, then there should be some problem at the end of that. The outcome would be really bad. That outcome and the emotions of that outcome would become unmanageable. So that's the one thing. For that, you shouldn't be expecting anything. You shouldn't be expecting a profitable one outcome after once you put the trade. That's what making you happy or sad, that there the emotion comes. You should be sticking with your plan. Your plan is actually executing the trades very well, without affecting any sort of emotions. And taking the partials will let you to actually control the former of booking the profit earlier. It actually let you to actually run your trades. We often say a quotation from the traders, like the big traders. You have to learn about how to convert trades very quickly and let the profit run a big ride, a gigantic ride. Okay, you never have to be exiting very early by scare, having that scareful mentality in your mind. So that's the thing. That's the second thing. The third principle for executing the trades well, the trade market, not your P&L. So if you are somebody like who try to trade your P&L, you would become really disastrous at the end of the day. So that's, trading the PNL is like, your account has been started like $1,000, and when you get into 990, you get emotional, you get revengeful. That's the problems with, trading the PNL. You never have to trade the PNL. You have to be careful about executing your system. There you have to give the rewards yourself. Okay, you can do that yourself. You can test that out, like executing the trades. If you could execute the trades very well, you should be rewarding yourself, or you know give this job, give this handle this task for some of your friend. Like, tell one of your friend, like, hey buddy, I can give you this amount of money, like I can give you $200. Okay, so if each and every, okay, suppose you are having only $100 account, or $1,000 account, or small size account. It doesn't matter the account size. Tell the buddy, tell your buddy, by handling him $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that. Tell him like, I make the trades, I try to execute the system properly, and if I'm executing the system properly, you should be rewarding me like $1,000 or $2,000 at the end of that. Okay, this is actually one way, to handling somebody, to reward you for your executions. It could be it could be financial rewards, like I said before, handling somebody some money, and trying to tell them, this rewarding, but it never works if it's money. Okay, the better reward could be the good words and good motivative and inspirational words of somebody else's. They try to actually look into your screen and look into your trades and tell you executed that setup well. So you need somebody to actually guide you like that. So there, the importance of getting a good mentor comes in to play. And the fourth one is journaling your trade. And there are the many, and 90%, 5% of the traders fails that they won't journal the trades. There should be, everybody should be journaling their trades, and there we improve ourselves in the pattern recognition skills and emotional holding skills. Like, if we are journaling our trades of the past week, we can now, like, we can realize that ourselves. If there was any trades we became emotional, and quickly book the profit, or you know we never hold those trades until the stop losses are reaching. We cut out the risk completely before it reaching into the stop loss. And these sort of things are something which you should be assertive more, over the journaling. It's something really important, guys. So keep that in mind. Okay, so there is how our plans for the Telegram channel. There is how these announcements coming. One of them could be really definitely the contents which I would like to create, or the trading topics. It will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, BitShare. Um, Also, I would like to be uploading a daily market update video or weekly update video. That would be really better, because updating the daily conditions is somehow problematic, but I can do that for you guys. Okay, every single day there should be a daily market update video. There should be exceptional cases, obviously, but humans, we are all humans. There should be some days with six, or some emergency leaves or something. Third announcement is I will be coming back into the Twitter, and I will be posting tweets over the Twitter again. And the last and final one is there should be more active sessions over my. I will be conducting. I will be looking for connecting my Telegram channel or chat group. So, and the fifth one is obviously the boot camp for 2023. That's the announcement how already released, and I hope you guys are looking for that. So everybody, goodbye. Okay, stay ahead and stay tuned. Okay, let's together grind it all for a good year, and wishing everybody in my chat group a good new year. Wishing you guys the best year. of your life that, you know, 2023. I hope, I pray for that. Okay, so everybody, good luck.